Welcome to Citizens Dialogue. I am Cassie Tony, joined by our analyst Kings Ojalo. Today we'll take you through the latest breaking news across Nigeria, from urgent update to insightful analysis. We'll guide you through the stories that matter most. Now let's get started. Dele Momodu faults Tinubu's performance ahead of 2027 race. Wike expresses confidence in securing massive votes if he runs for president. U.S. issues global security alert for Americans in Nigeria amid Iran conflict. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, we'll dive into the discussion. Stay with us. Welcome to the show, Ojalo.
Thank you, Cassie. Thank you for having me once again on another day like this. It's my pleasure being here.
I hope you had a good night rest.
Of course I did. And you?
Fine. So, what's your prediction for today?
We are hoping to see, the ease of a ceasefire in the Middle East. And if you look at it, it's more or less affecting the world entirely. So we are looking for peace, retreat, and also the calmness of everyone in the Middle East.
Talking about peace and calmness of everyone in the Middle East, Nigeria is also in the Middle East, right? And then Dele Momodu has come out to fault Tinubu's performance. He says that Nigeria is at the point where God intervention can only save it. So are we really that bad that we need God so badly to save Nigeria?
On that statement, on that press review, it was talking about an administration who is actually, all about a family mandated thing, trying to take rulership and placing it and making it a thing of hereditary. Okay. That is what we are looking at. The rattles involving in self-reliance, trying to make the Nigerian constitution a family activities. That is what he's talking about here. That how then, even with the menace happening in the country, an administration who has not done well, who has not given clear results, clarity in his administration, you are trying to seek for the support of that same, country that is dying of your own current administration. That is what Dele Momodu is briefing on. You understand? Looking at the current situation in Nigeria, we are talking about the security. Okay, recently Nigeria has been affected by the by the war in Iran against America and Israel in terms of oil sector. When we are Africa's highest oil producing country or state rather, how can we be having issues? When this is an administration or administrations, let me put it that way, who has failed, to make use of what they have. Because if we take advantage of our own, okay, have you had Angola? I think Angola is the second or third most producing oil nation in Africa. That I have not seen any headline concerning the effects of Iran and America and Israel affecting their oil sector.
You talked about the issues, the crisis in Iran affecting Nigeria, but we have our own oil producing. That
is what I'm
sector.
saying. That is what I'm saying.
And then we have the Dangote. So why is it affecting us, Nigeria?
That is failure of government to address. If you could recall yesterday, I make remark of some refinery that has been abandoned by the federal government, budget that has been passed by the Senate, and yet they've not still been renovated, they've not still been worked on for it to benefit the welfare of the economy. Tell me how then should we not be affected with the Iran crisis? We are talking about a country how many miles away from here, another continent entirely, not even within Africa, and we are being affected. So that is what the ADC chieftain is reflecting on here. But let me still come back to Dele Momodu. For me, I think he's all about campaigning as usual. And if you look at it, he's in the coalition of Atiku, and he happened to be a spokesperson of Atiku. He also has his own allegations.
So indirectly, he's campaigning for Atiku.
Because I bet you, if he was in the APC, you would not hear him coming out in this form. Dele Momodu has his own fault. You understand? If we criticize one, we should also look at the person, the critics. We should also look at his own, his own effect in the economy too. So they all have their own side effects.
You said he has his own faults.
Of course.
Let's hear it so that it won't be like he's casting the stone on one person.
Okay, looking at collecting almost 500 million from is being a spokesman of Atiku, trying to criticize other coalition. Is that not part of corruption? What about this misinformation that it was fake news that he has been giving concerning Wike and Peter Obi existing in the PDP? So many things like that. His qualification. There has been an allegation on him that most of his qualification and results and certificates are forged. So what are we talking about? They all have their own side effects. You understand? When you are criticizing others, look at. They say you shouldn't throw a stone in an environment filled with glass. Popular saying, right? So that is what in the case of Dele Mamadu is right now. You understand?
So in other words, he should remove the one in his eyes before telling
exactly. Yeah, in order to my final thought on this in the case of Dele Mamadu, he has said it all anyway. He has really said what Nigeria wants to hear, and looking at the administration, he is correct in that aspect. But at the long run, you should also check yourself. He has been in politics for a long period of time. He has been a spokesperson for a long period. He has been a minister. He has been a government an official. So they are all contributes to the crisis and menace Nigeria is facing currently. So anyone, even those in the ADC, I can bet you, even those in the ADC, all of them, that coalition currently, has had different faults in so many previous coalitions they were. El-rufai that is facing allegations and facing the trials in the ICPC custody right now, was he not the one who make sure President Tinubu becomes president? At least he was among that joint force. So look at what he's facing right now. So they are all, despite the only
so
person,
the only person APC to
of course,
ADC?
because just as we made it clear the other time, it's not more favoring them. You understand? It's not more favoring them. And also, I think they have also had an eye-opening that, look, this administration is drawing down the economy. I don't know if you understand me. So they all have their faults. In the ADC coalition, the only person that I think would be a little bit exempted from the rest is probably Peter Obi. The rest of them, they are listed in the black book of Nigeria. Let's be honest. Is it Atiku? Is it Amechi? Is it even the el-rufai that is the custody right now, who has been a great critic to this administration? Of course, they all contributed one way or the other to what Nigeria is really facing right now.
All right, away from that to the Capital Federal Territory, we'll see our Honorable Minister Wike expressing so much confidence in Nigerians, that Nigerians love him so much, and if perhaps he should contest for presidency, they will vote him. Can you imagine? Does Nigeria love him that much? Well, because he's so confident in saying it, that Nigerians love him. He cited his works in Rivers State as a one-time governor, and then even in FCT, what he's doing. So he's so confident that Nigerians love him so much that, they'll come out to vote him if he should say, okay, I want to go for presidency.
Contest for presidency. I was listening to, usually I listen to FMs most of the time before, leaving my house. There was a great critic who was, who made mention of these headlines. He said that Wike should know that it's those who is financing that we really vote him in as a president or any position he's heading for. Talking about his performance in Rivers State before becoming an FCT minister, we should all know that he has been working in the, how would I call it now? He has been working on the template of even the past governor before he came into power. You understand? So trying to rate himself, even when he left governorship, we could see how a lot of high stakeholders in Rivers State, came out and spoke against him. We've seen people coming out allegedly that he sold their vote to this administration, which was against the people's will. So how then will the people embrace someone who has been propagated in different forms? A lot of allegations have been raised against him since 2025. Let me not even go to 2024 or 2023. I'm talking about 2025 prior to this time. A lot of, is it the 3.6 billion naira land grant allocation that was raised against him? Is it the U.S. real estate and money laundering? We could recall when Showore went to United States to make a probe against him in the High Court of Justice there in the U.S. You know, they discovered a mansion worth $2 million in Winter Spring, Florida, signed with his wife's name. Is that the kind of person that Nigeria will embrace when he wants to contest for election? You know, when some people are talking, you understand, you talk out of you don't talk sentimentally.
You know, you will not blame him because you already studied Nigerians and you know how their mentality is. If you should come out and say, okay, I will do this, I will do that.
Take that back, Cassie. Take that back, Cassie. When you say you already studied, Nigerians are not foolish.
He knows this is politics. If you should come out and say, okay, I will do this for Nigerians, I will do this, I will do this, they will vote him.
The institution at first here is because the judiciary has given him too much privilege. They've overlooked his sabotage. They've overlooked his faults without cautioning him. That is what is giving him this morale. You understand? If we had a working judiciary system, I bet you Wike will not. He won't in that FCT ministerial seat he's sitting right now. He won't be there. I'm telling you, for the fact, Wike would not still be in that position right now because the judiciaries are, probably by his side. How can an individual who is playing anti-party activity in a political platform, in a well-known political forum, that is PDP, creating chaos in the party, and the judiciaries are not speaking? The INEC, not to be Nigeria's institution that makes sure that those who are elected into power are elected free and fairly, are siding him. What do you expect?
Perhaps that's why he said Nigerians love him. In this case,
he sees himself as a god. A whole minister, or because you played one or two roles in making the River State governor who he is today. You are giving him conditions. You are turning the State House of Assembly speakers against him. What do you expect? So when someone has strive to that extent, he has become a god already. So that is why he's coming out to this for. Nigerians are not stupid, okay? He cannot even, I bet you, Wike can't even, he won't even dare it because he knows. Records are there now, everything, they are all on.
Maybe 2027 he
thank God for social media now that has kept all his records. You said what?
2027 he may not, but 2030
even
he may
2053. I'm telling you, Wike, he might be appointed into another ministerial level, but becoming a president of Nigeria, the whole of Nigeria already, even to the north, they already know who he is. So we can't have this kind of person who have been accused, have allegations and petitions against him for a very long period of time, rule this country, except probably the institutions and the what they call it, the judiciary still want to play to his dance to his tune. That is the only way, just like the way they are dancing to his tune right now. So that is the only way. But Nigerians, as individuals, as citizens, in a country of in a democratic country, forget it. So Wike is just trying to, hype. I see this as a self-hyping. He's just hyping himself. So there are a lot of things that has been raised against him. He should look at those records and determine, will I be able to? Not Nigerians love me. I don't know about you. Probably Nigerians you love him. Not
Nigerians
me.
Love him. Nigerians love him. Okay, away from that to the foreign scene. Following the tension between Washington and Tehran, the United States government has released a global security alert for its citizens in Nigeria and across the world. So the US are telling their citizens in Nigeria to be very careful. I don't know, maybe it's as a result of the MIN protest that took place few days ago. And do you think the Americans living and working in Nigeria are safe, or can they be attacked?
The chief of the defense staff in charge of Pentagon recently clarified to the air on Fox News, telling the whole world that if anybody should kill the Americans, that they will come for them. Now, what is he trying to clarify? You see, that is why, if you take note, most high-profile personas, when they tend to give birth, they take their child, or you understand, to the US for delivering and delivery, because they know this is a country that cares so much for its citizens. You understand? I think in the whole world, and also some developed countries in the world, but I know US to be one of the prominent countries that cares for its citizens more than ever, more than any other thing. You understand? He came out to clarify the air that, look, nothing must happen to their citizens, irrespective of the country they find themselves, irrespective of your democracy practices in that country. Our citizens must be totally secured, because if any harm comes to the United States citizens, that definitely the United States government will come for you. Now, what am I trying to say is this: US care about their citizens no matter where they find themselves. Be it in the Sahara, be it in the savannah, be it in the rainforest area, be it in the South Pole of the world. They have records of all their citizens. And when I'm talking about citizens, I don't mean those typical citizens only, but also looking at those who became a United States citizen by birth, by marriage, and as far as you are being ordained as a United States citizen, you are well looked into, you are well protected. So what the US why did Donald Trump recently clarified that was because it's just like I would say, it's still a shameful thing that Nigeria is also being
citing Iran.
Exactly. Looking at the protests that happened yesterday, recently even in Lagos too, they are still protesting against it. That will definitely draw the attention of the US president to say, these people seems to be against us. You understand? How can a country that has not even gotten any effort or any help from the so-called Iran protesting against a country that has been helping you in times of insecurity? Definitely the US will have to look at that activities and that practice to say, it seems these people are against us. Let me warn my citizens who are there, because they feel now with that protest that occurred recently in a state like Lagos, Gombe, Kaduna, Kano, might affect the United States. And we have a lot of high stakeholders who are from America. Is it American Cornerstone in Ikeja? USAID, that is a USA Agency for International Development that are based in Nigeria. There are a lot of organizations, here in Nigeria that pertains to the US. Is it the US Consulate General in Lagos? Is it, name them all, the United States Embassy? So they feel they have to give this straight warning due to that protest that, look, harm might come to you, you have to take heed.
But do you think the MIN can actually attack these people?
Nigerians that are yes, it's very possible. It's very possible. If people can come out, I believe you watch the video clip. You
just use that phrase, Nigerian.
Of course, it's possible.
When I say that Nigerians will vote for,
of course, it's
Wike,
possible. A lot of people are so hungry. Yesterday, when you are saying they are jobless, I tried telling you that they are not jobless. If you recall, why I said they are not jobless is when someone is jobless, the person would probably be in one corner and living a reckless life. But these people are hungry. That is why I believe if you make your deep research, you will know that the organizers of that protest might have given them something, tokens, to come out in that form to protest. So definitely, if these organizers can give them some, some token, most Nigerians are hungry. They are hungry and they are looking for every means to quench the hunger in their stomach. If they give them a token right now, I bet you, take this. Make sure you go and scatter that United States organization or embassy or activities. I tell you, hungry Nigerians will do that. They will do that. Nigerians that I know, they will do that. They will do that, leaving the primary situation affecting them, going for the irrelevant ones.
So what's your final thought?
My final thought on this situation is that I think the US call is appropriate, is really welcome. The United States citizens in Nigeria should be careful. And for Nigerians who are going about protesting on what is not relevant, I think they should channel their mindset to something else, channel their mindset to the federal government that is not looking into the terrible situation affecting the country currently. That is what I expect those IMN, that is the Islamic movement of Nigeria, that I expected them to go to the defense headquarters, go to Aso Rock Villas and their government state house in those states that are affected by bandit ISIS and Boko Haram. Go and protest. Find a way to drive these insurgencies out of our country territory, out of our country borders, so that we'll have peace. Not protesting against the United States, who are trying to help us and making sure that peace is fully set in Nigeria. We are protesting for Iran, a country that that is well known to be engaged in one or two terrorist activities there in the Middle East. So I think the US has really made their findings. They've really made their research, and indeed it shows that their government are working. Okay, our citizens that are look at recent news that Nigerian citizens in Iran are stuck. The Nigerian embassies and officials that are there, they fled away immediately. They cited the crisis happening. We didn't state that one since. So they saw the bomb blast and every other drastic activities happening in Iran. They ran. They left behind the citizens. Even I'm not even sure Nigeria has an ambassador in Iran. I'm not even sure. Let's leave that one aside. What about those citizens of Nigeria who are stuck in that country? What is our federal government saying about? But look at it, America has come out to warn their own citizens. If you know Nigeria is not comfortable, make sure you contact the US embassy and ambassador here in Nigeria for you to come back to your country. Simple. But our Nigeria officials, what are they doing?
They are campaigning for 2027.
When Nigeria citizens are kept hostage in a country who probably went for if Nigeria was a good, why should Nigerian, being African, West African most developed country, be going to a country like Iran to look for greener pastures? Is it not a shameful thing? Is it not? Check it in terms of GDP, and I don't think Iran is even probably up to our capacity. I believe probably what they surpasses us is probably our military that was even recently destroyed by the United States of America and Israel. So you see to tell you that the United States of America is a working country that really cares for its citizens that does not want any harm to come to their citizens no matter where they find themselves. And I think Nigeria should copy from this act by the United States President.
Definitely they will copy from
I hope so.
They will. And that's it for today's edition on Citizens Dialogue. Many thanks to you, our analyst, Nyesom Wike. It's a pleasure having you. And to you, our viewers, for tuning in. I am Kassetoni, reminding you to stay informed and stay ahead. Do well to join us for more breaking news from Nigeria, and do have a blessed day.